YouTubers, welcome back to AZ to Ozarks. We have a few things we need to do with the cows today. So one thing is to give them all their 7-way vaccine that prevents diseases in the cattle, and it's an important part of keeping them healthy. The other thing is we need to give them a dewormer. It's a topical treatment that it's a liquid, and we spread it on their backs. Now, you may recall Greg Weeks was our realtor, and he actually has the same breed of cows that we have. He kind of cued us into them and got us excited about them. Anyway, I was out looking at property with him for some other Arizona friends who ended up putting in an offer that has been accepted, and now they're going to be our neighbors. So yay, we're really excited. Anyway, we were looking at property that wasn't far from here, and I asked him if he wanted to come check out our cows, and of course he did. So he came over, and we have a few that have these bald patches on their coat. And I had shown you the bull's bald patch, and we thought it was because he had been scratching really roughly on the T-posts, and that may be part of it, but there are more than just him that have it. And Greg said that it's likely they need to be dewormed. So that was great advice from him. We've got the dewormer. Yesterday we had an opportunistic moment when a few of them came into the corral, and we thought, well, let's just try it out real quick. So we got a couple in through the chute that got the dewormer already. We've got a list that we are marking down each one and what treatments they have had. But today we're getting them into the corral, all of them, in order to one by one put them through the chute and give them these 2 treatments. And then we are going to move them clear across the property to a new area to graze. We have a cold front coming, and we want to make sure they can graze as much of the property before the cold front. And then when the cold front hits, we're probably going to have them here near the garage where we can have an electrical outlet to keep the water de-iced. Like I said in my last video, we have 6 straight days of freezing temperatures where it won't get above freezing. So we're going to see how this goes. It's going to be a little bit tricky because with electrical fence, we have made a path from the chute, kind of like a little walking path you see between the 2 electrical fences, where they're going to be walking a long way to the next pasture. But we're going to be releasing them from the chute one at a time after their treatment. So this could be a little tricky. We're not moving them as a group. We're not exactly sure how this is going to work out, but you get to join us for the ride. Yep. Okay, this is a team effort. We've got Rick out here going to administer the vaccines. We've got Sam at the halfway point going to administer the chute gate. Keegan's back there going to help with another gate. And I'll be administering the pour-on dewormer. So let's see how this goes. One at a time, getting them through. All right, that's 928. Come here, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, 928. Oh, come on. Yep. She's backing up. Good girl.
Sam, close it.
Okay, she's in the headlock.
What's her ear tag?
928. She's got the dewormer.
Settle down. Put the bar behind her.
Oh, it's pooping.
Where is it? Can I just use this?
Okay, easy enough.
Is she done?
Yep.
You want to let her out?
Papa, what's in your mouth?
Back up in the corner. Settle down, girl. Settle down.
Easy, girl.
You want to close that up before she tries to go back in?
Okay, next one. Okay, so right now she's in this kind of holding area that leads openly to their next area. We don't know exactly how that's going to work out. Rick's going to try and get her to follow. Because the thing is it's only a single strand of electric wire here, and they can definitely jump out of here if they want to, but they do respect the electric fence. But when we get a bunch of them over here, we're worried that they might get a little bit rowdy. So we'll just see how this unfolds as we go. What a great surprise coming overhead are the geese. I don't know if you can see them there. That's really cool, our migratory birds that come across. We actually saw some bald eagles the other day too. It's pretty awesome. All right, we had that on time lapse and we were down to our third cow from the end, and I don't know if you could see it in the time lapse. I'll have to go back and check it. Her head was on the smaller side and she was backing through the chute, backing all the way back, and she broke it open. She was pulling the stakes out of the ground, and then she pressed forward and got herself stuck in the chute with just her hip, the rear hip, holding her back. And Rick released her and she went running through the gate, through the fence, pulled down the electric fence, and now she's way out there in the field. We still have 2 left to do. We're going to do them. She did not get her injection, but she did get her dewormer, and then we're gonna have to go get her.
Okay, let's go lock them up.
All right. So let's see how everybody made it down our path here. All right, this is our little walkway for them. Right down the middle. For the most part, that went pretty smoothly. There was one that got pretty jumpy in there, and then right towards the end there, that last one that broke out, that wasn't a good thing. We're still gonna have to go get her, but first we're gonna make sure that these guys are down in this pasture and they can't come back up. Hey cows, I see my Lloyd there right in front. Hey cows. Oh, hi goaties. Here you guys too. So they're coming down here with the pond in this next pasture section. Go on, G63. Go on, girls. Go on. Yep, yep. Go on, girls. Go on. Go on, easy. Go on, Lloyd. That's my girl, Lloyd. Go on, Lloyd. I know. I know. Go on, girl. Back up. Go on, Lloyd. Go on. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. There we go. There's Bull with his patches of hair missing. He's having a rough go at it. His testicles are gonna fall off. He's got hair falling out. Go on, 921. Get back. Go on. Go on, girl. Get back. So here they have access to that pond over there, and they've got fresh grass to be chewing on. We're gonna run them over here for probably 2 days and then put them back in the pasture with hay while it's the freezing temperatures. There we go. Everybody's back in their area. There we go. So now we're gonna run wire across here just so they can't come back up this chute for right now. Keegan just found the cow over there. We were worried that she would have run off into the forest. That would have been a pain in the butt, but with still so much grass out here, I didn't think she would. She is over in the tree over there. We're gonna try and get her back up near the corral and block her off there and then get her in the corral. She still hasn't had her shot. And because we don't like stay in the middle? Okay, so Rick's gonna be at the front over there. I'll be in the middle. And Keegan's gonna go around behind her at the fence line there. That's the property line. We don't wanna use cattle prods or anything harsh like that. We want gentle, happy cows, though she's probably not gonna stay. Either way, we have these little paddles that rattle to help get them to go where we want them to. I may have to stop filming depending on how exciting this gets, but I'm gonna try and take you along while we're getting her. And Keegan's gonna come up behind her from over there. She's heading towards you, Keegan. Keegan, shake your rattle.
Okay, she's pushing through.
She is kind of back in the...
Push her up the aisle.
There's trees that go quite deep at that side before they hit a fence. And we don't want to be chasing her through the trees. There's all kinds of thorny vines and unpleasant things. I don't see her. Oh, she's straight out from me. Yeah, she's about 30 feet in the trees. You guys probably can't see her. She's in there a good ways. Keegan, she's heading back to you. She's heading back to Keegan. Further, Sam, go further. About halfway between me and the fence. I lost sight of her. No, just block her if she tries to come out. Rick just said the fence on that other side there is probably low enough where she can jump it. We don't want that to happen. Keegan was walking the fence line trying to get back behind her. We don't know where he is and we can't see her, so I'm coming through the middle here in the forest. All kinds of poison ivy here. Hopefully without the leaves it shouldn't be too bad. I think I'm finally... I hear him. Don't know what he's saying. Couldn't sneak up on anything like this. Oh, there he is. I see Keegan. Hopefully he's got her pushed that way and then I'd be behind him. I see his yellow paddle. You see her, Keegan? Keegan, you see her? I don't know if you can't hear me or what. You see her?
No, I think she jumped the fence back there.
Dang it.
I think she jumped the fence back there. Nicole's.
You think she jumped the fence? I don't see her anywhere in this forest. At least right now there's no leaves, so you can have pretty good visibility. It'd be hard to hide if you're a cow. Our other friends just closed escrow on the property behind us, so at least it's their property. At least we know the people. They're not here right now. But, oh, this is thick. She may have gotten through over here. Keegan was following her tracks. There's like some fresh, hoof skiddy marks coming up to this barbed wire fence, and right here the top rung is broken. We don't know if that's freshly broken or not. And right here there's some fur on it, but she was all brown. That looks like it'd be more like deer. We don't know if this is where she got through or not. This is a pretty high jump and it's on an uphill. But Rick and Sam are driving over through there. Keegan and I are going to try and cross this fence, hold the fence open for each other, and there's a road path right there. I hear the truck coming now. Well, she jumped the neighbor's fence, went all through the neighbor's property, jumped the other neighbor's fence, and ended out on the road. And we were able to chase her back up the road into our driveway, and then she's cutting back through the forest again. But up at the top of this forest is where all the rest of the cows are. So as long as she keeps moving forward, she'll get back where she needs to be. Rick's got the truck and he's going to go up there and hopefully meet her at the top. We just want to make sure she doesn't double back this way or jump any more neighbor fences. She did not pop out on top. I'm still following her along this fence line, and with the truck, Rick's going out to the back line, see if she pops out over there. This cow is giving us the slip for sure. There's so many tracks around here from deer and stuff, it's hard to tell what's hers and not. We see them every so far. Some real big tracks that look like they're clearly hers, but this is thick stuff to get through, and she's moving quick. We just had her kind of cornered against the fence in the back forest. Rick was on one side, I was coming up on the other, and I must have spooked her, so she took off running right past me, full speed. So she's deep in the forest again. It's very lightly starting to snow now, and we've been chasing her for quite some time. She's got to be pooped. I'm pooped. We're going to make some lunch. Rick set out some hay by the front gate. See if that lures her in. Number 929 is not going to be staying on our farm. This definitely won't work. It goes against everything we wanted for our cows, and it's really disappointing and frustrating. So we're supposed to get some serious snow. I mean, not like serious, but it's supposed to be snowing pretty good here in a bit, and we'll regroup and we'll find her. We'll get her back in, and we'll probably need to find her a new home. She's right there. She's between two fences. So this might be a little tricky getting her out. There's no gate. You can see the fences down right here. This is probably where she got in. So this is all kind of laying down right here. but this fence runs the whole property line, and this is the only area we saw where it's really down. But what it looks like happened is the people who bought the next property over some time ago probably installed this second fence line. So there's two fences side by side, and that one is a really good barbed wire fence all around, and she's in between these two fences up this way a bit. So we're supposed to somehow get her to come back here and get out of this area maybe. But then how do we get her back up to the field? She's been so freaked out. Like when she comes near us, she's just bucking and jumping and running. So I don't know. I think our first obstacle is just to get her out from between the two fences. We tried to shoo her out of the area of the fence where it was downed, and she did not go out that area. We ended up standing that area of the fence up, that whole segment, and we used fallen branches in order to like brace up the fence to keep it upright. And we kept following the fence down, and she was down here near the end. This is where it ends. So it's like this little rectangle. You can see it's getting cold. That's my breath in the screen. But here we saw this area, and it actually looks like this is probably where she came in. The fence isn't real good here, and there's tufts of fur here. And when we had chased her down, she got down on her knees and she was trying to get out here, but she was too spooked and she ran back the other way. This is barely attached, barely wrapped around here. And we could open this up to let her out, but we don't have a good way to get her up by the other cattle. And the sun is going down on us. So we're going to leave her in this section for tonight. There is food she can eat. And we're just going to have to revise a plan for tomorrow. We really want to be able to guide her back to the cattle without her running all about and chasing her. So we will resume this task tomorrow, and I hope you guys subscribe to keep following and find out what happens with number 929.